Hurricane, Utah is where I grew up. It has a population of 17,000 people. I went through all of my previous schooling here. All of the schools that I attended were public schools. The first school I went to was Three Falls Elementary. I then went to Hurricane Intermediate School, which was 6th and 7th grade. Then I went to Hurricane Middle School, which was 8th and 9th grade. Finally, I went to Hurricane High School, which is where I graduated from. Along with general education and vocational classes, the high school offered honors, AP, and concurrent enrollment classes. I was enrolled in classes from each of these curriculums. This allowed me to graduate from high school with 12 college credits from Dixie State University. The graduation rate from the high school is about 89%. There are about 900 students in the high school, and in my graduating class, there were just over 200 students. About 28% of the students were eligible for free or reduced lunch. Hurricane is not a very diverse place, with 93% of the population being white, 10% Hispanic, 1.7% American Indian, 0.9% Asian, and 0.8% African American. Hurricane is composed of mostly middle-class families. The LDS religion was a large part of the community in Hurricane. Being a white LDS English-speaking female, I was a part of the dominant population in Hurricane. With most of the town being LDS and me growing up in the LDS faith, I had the advantage of knowing students and teachers on a more personal level than those students who were not of the faith. I know that the students who were not of the same faith felt that they were at a disadvantage, or that the teachers who were LDS treated them differently. There were not many different races represented in my schooling. They were especially underrepresented in the honor and concurrent enrollment classes that I was enrolled in. Those students that were in those classes may have felt like they were being treated differently or felt out of place. Sports were a big focus at my school. Those who played sports sometimes got special treatment from teachers. Students who did not play sports were not as well known throughout the school, and the students who did play sports were known by almost everybody. It was just the opposite with the students who participated in the arts and music programs. Those programs seemed to be not as important or not as big of a focus. Those students were not as well known as the other students. I did not know very much about different cultures than me growing up. It was not until moving away from home that I began to learn more about people who are different than me. I don't think that I had any benefit from the lack of diversity within my schooling. I think that there could have been many more learning opportunities if there were more diversity where I grew up. While I was young, I was uncomfortable around the people who were different from me. As I have grown up, I am no longer uncomfortable around them. After taking courses at SUU, I have learned a great deal about people who are different from me. In my future classroom, I hope to be able to promote learning about different cultures and people. I don't want any of my students to grow up without a knowledge of people who are different from them, like I did. Growing up without a knowledge of diversity and people who are different than me made for many learning experiences as I got older and went different places than where I grew up. Multicultural learning within classrooms will greatly benefit my future students to understand the people around them. I would like to promote equal learning within my classroom. I hope to help my students understand and respect all the people, not just the majority of the population around them.